Manchester United 3, Crystal Palace 1. What a very good game to watch of football this afternoon. Everyone watching in from United have won this game by 3-1, and it was courtesy of the Anthony Martial goal into the 17th minute of the game, then Marcus Rashford in the 48th minute of the game, Sancho in the 59th minute of the game, and Joe Ward scored in the 74th minute of the game for Crystal Palace. And Will Fish, who was really flown in to go in and really act as a replacement for Twanzebek, really got a card, which was really a red card after really getting a heavy touch on the ball, and he really got hold of the Crystal Palace player because he was going to face David De Gea to get a keeper to beat and denied him that offer, and he did that in the 86th minute of the game, and then he was sent off either for you. But all in all, United have gone ahead to win their third game in a row, but lots of things to talk about. There are very many positives to talk about and negatives to talk about in there for you. But as I told you when I was doing the match build-up, that in this kind of game, you wouldn't like to have a team like Crystal Palace get you ahead or score and really be ahead of you. And that's what United really went in for. An early goal in the 70th minute. Malacia laid a long ball to the right side to find Diego Delo. Delo just passed that ball and then really just did an exquisite pass to a man who goes by the names of Martial. Martial did a very good chest control and then slid into that ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for United. The first half ended by 1-0. And the first half was not so much all that exciting, but chances were created. One of the positives I've seen into this game is that today we've gotten our number 9 onto the ball a lot, and Martial never needed himself to really lift himself from the forward line to drop in the midfield to get that ball as he did in the games of Liverpool and the game of Melbourne. Either for you, lots of positives on that, and I really believe that that was a very big change from a man who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag. And I think the midfield today, especially in the second half, they really made the movement of the ball so much quicker. I've really known that Scott McTominay is the reason as to why we don't really pass this ball quicker. When Danny Van Beek came in through the second half, everything was different altogether. That's why you saw to it that all the 2 goals we scored in the second half, you saw to it that the ball was so much moved quicker, and the agileness of the players was really so much high because Scott McTominay can't do that one passing either for you. Those runs, because you might see some people in there enjoying the game of football, but you don't really notice those that really make the runs off the balls. Midfield is made by being a player who is press resistant, and secondly, being so much comfortable and really so much calm in there for you, and being ready to be swift to make those runs off the balls to create space for your other players to really make those movements. So second half, when Danny Van Beek came in through, United got total control of the midfield, and we could really pass that ball from the goal area to the goal of Crystal Palace. Something that it was hard for us to make, especially when you're passing through Scott McTominay. In the first half, we only had Freddie who could go ahead and really get these things done. You get? We only had Freddie either for you. We never had someone else either for you. But when Danny Van Beek came in through, everything really changed into the second half, and United looked to be a better bowling side than when had Scott McTominay. And this was noticed by Erik ten Hag immediately when he really took Scott McTominay off the pitch by 45 minutes. That's Ten Hag for you. He sends you the field of play. You don't do what he really sent you to do. He takes you off immediately. And it's going to happen more often this season because you're having 5 substitutions. Trust me, what saved Scott McTominay from being got off the pitch on the game of Melbourne is that goal that he scored. But he did nothing on the field of play. He hides himself whenever we're having that ball. He does not really involve himself in play. The build-up is slowed down each and every time you involve Scott McTominay in that. Now, tell me, how many goals have we scored? Or how many movements have we made that have been perfect towards the goal area of the opponent, and Scott McTominay has been involved in them? No one. That's why you see that goal that we scored in the first half. You saw to it that it was Anthony Martial, Malacia, Diego Delo, and then Martial. You get? And he slows down the movement of that ball. Yet in the style of play of Erik ten Hag, you need to be moving this ball fast, very fast either for you. That's the first attribute of this style of play. When you're having that ball, you have to really be so fast on passing it. And Scott McTominay, I really believe that it's time he really got onto the bench because that's where he deserves. If we are really going to play with the same midfield that we played last season in the games we're going to play against Brighton, trust me, we are going to be battered. We are going to be battered. You get? Freddie is really good, according to me. He's reading that ball very well because he is really confident on the ball, press resistant, and that is really the man of the day. And he has really done lots of things that is Freddie there for you. And when Dan Van Beek came in the second half, you saw to it that the communication was so much good. Even when the back four were having that ball, Danny Van Beek was not really hiding himself. He could get that ball from the back four and then pass it through that central axis of the midfield. Something that Scott McTominay can't do. You get? So I will believe that as we are still waiting for De Jong to come in through and very many others, players like Scott McTominay should go on and be on the bench where they deserve. You get? It's not all about the hard work. It's not all about the energy. It's all about the talent that you have on the field of play. You get? Because there is no way you're going to get control of the ball when you're having a player like Scott McTominay who goes ahead to really let you down every time you're trying to start up a movement. So Erik ten Hag was on point. I really credited him for going in and making that bold decision of taking him off the field and bringing in a man who goes by the names of Danny Van Beek. And hence, you've seen those goals, how they came in through the second half goals. We were really so much good. To me, the first one, I never enjoyed it. Although it could happen to any team. All the 3 goals we scored today can really be scored against any team. When you look at the decision that Diego Dalot took, he cut outside and he went on his weak left foot. You get? So any defender would have known, all right, it's his weak foot. He's really going to pass, he's going to do a negative pass, or try to really maintain and wait for another United player to come in through and then play him in. But guess what? He did something that we least expected all of him to be doing. He read the run of Martial like a book and then laid that pass into the area of Martial. And Martial just controlled it and he slid it into the back of the net to make it 1. But amidst that being a very good goal, but the 2 goals we scored, the next 2 goals, that of Marcus Rashford, that saw a very good interplay between Sancho, Martial, Danny Van Beek. Very good interplay in there for you. And to me, I really believe that Martial deserves to be really a very man to be hailed today. All praises need to be going on the side of Anthony Martial because he has done it. He has done all what it takes today. And I really believe that he has been involved into every goal. The first goal, he scored it. The second goal, he had the second assist onto it because he made the run because the goalkeeper was coming really to get that ball. Then Martial sprinted, busted into space, and did a one-touch to Danny Van Beek. Danny Van Beek laid it to Marcus Rashford, and Marcus Rashford tapped into the back of the net. Then the third goal, you saw how United started that ball, and the long ball was flopped, and Anton Martial ran into space. Perfect control of the ball. That touch was really magnificent. Then he really passes into and releases a man who goes by the names of he releases Jadon Sancho in there for you, and Jadon Sancho goes and really makes it 3 for United. So the last 2 goals were team goals. That's what I liked about them. I liked about them being team goals, that's it, because I really enjoyed them, and I know all of you guys enjoy those goals for you. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner and subscribe to our channel, and then hit the notification bell that enable you get notified each and every time that we upload in our daily. Now today, the way Dan Van Beek has played has shown you that the previous games that people have been blaming him for not playing well because he was playing in the second string side of United. You saw it even today. When he was playing with the first wing side of United, he was playing very well. He was responsible for an assist, and he really gave us total control of the midfield. But when they took off Freddie, they took off Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, Martial, Rashford, you get Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof. When they took them off, you saw to it that he found it hard to find or to get himself to the game of these young players of United. So it shows you that Danny Van Beek really plays well when he's playing with Freddie, Bruno in that game because he knows that he is playing with his fellow talentsmate. You get? But when they take them off, things turn round, but he has shown you that he's really a very perfect player that is supposed to be playing the pivot with Freddie. Erik ten Hag told us that he knows Danny Van Beek very well. He can play in a pivot and he can play as that midfielder behind the center forward. He said that he trusts him so much when he's playing behind the center forward. But this time round, he has decided to take him to the pivot. And that's what he's going to do, because if Erik ten Hag really wants United to go on and really win these games of football, he needs to get either Eriksson or Danny Van Beek to play the pivot guys. If he doesn't do that, we are really destined to be really flabbergasted. But the good thing is that he is really a manager who really reacts immediately. That's why you saw to it that in the first half, Scott McTominay was taken off, Danny Van Beek was taken on. And it wasn't in the plan of the manager, that's it. He wanted to bring on Danny Van Beek to play just 30 minutes because he told us that players were going to play 60 minutes. And you saw to it that all of the players have played 60 minutes, they played 65 minutes apart from Scott McTominay, because he didn't really live up to the expectations of the manager in the game of football. We are playing a side which goes by the names of Crystal Palace. But all in all, we played very well, according to me. Apart from Scott McTominay, I think he's the only negative in this game. You get? But we had the control of the game. The passing was okay. I really saw Freddie looking like a midfield general. He was the midfield maestro either for you. And Bruno Fernandes too, trying really to go ahead and really do some things that for you. Him really releasing that diagonal passing that for you. He did it when it really was on point and necessary. Diego Dello, very nice. So I really believe that we are trying to get a shape of United in a game like this. You get? But talk of Malacia. Guys, Malacia was a revelation. He's a breath of fresh air into this team of United. Tyrell Malacia is really that lad that is really going to give us what we need in there for you. And none of the players, none of the people really gave him a chance. But I gave him a chance. I told you that Malacia is going to come in here and really get Luke Shaw into a shocker. Because the way he really does his game of football, first and foremost, he's fast. He's good on the ball. Going forward is okay. And he is good everywhere. You get? He has played close to 80 minutes of the game, I think. That's when they brought on Nathan Layard. But Malacia was really spub into this game of play in there for you. So Ten Hag picking his lineup. And who started? It was David De Gea, Dalot, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Malacia, Scott McTominay, Freddie, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, Martial, Rashford, and Bruno. And when that lineup was really read, I was so much worried about our central defense of Harry Maguire and Lindelof being too slow, because that's one of the things those two players have in common. And when they're going to face Mateta and Jordan Ayew, who are really so much fast, I really thought that when they really break through us, they are going to hit us on the break and really cause trouble to us. But thank God that they really went ahead and really maintained that back four, and they are not exposed so much very many times, because Crystal Palace in the attack, they never really try to go on and really do that long ball behind the high line of United. You get? What they did was they really used, there's a guy who was playing onto the right side and was left-footed. He was the one that really caused a lot of havoc to United in the for you. Another positive in this game, the high line was maintained. Obviously, the high line was maintained in the for you, and that is something that Erik ten Hag calls for every day, that we need to be playing a high line, and the press was immense. The press was immense in there for you. And when you look at all the goals that we scored, it's all about the press. You get? We score because of the press that we make, and these players really can't be comfortable on the ball because they're already afraid that we are playing United. And when the press is activated from Anton Martial, because Anton Martial presses at the front foot, he presses the goalkeeper and the defenders. Then the same applies to Sancho, Bruno and Rashford. And what really leads to that? You can't press at the front foot when you're not playing a high line. So when United is playing at the center line of the field, that really enables the likes of Freddie and Scott McTominay or Danny Van Beek to go on and really add themselves onto the press. So it shows you that when you are really so much pressing a team, it's very hard for that team not to make mistakes. The only way you can really be beaten from that press is that team having better quality players who can really get hold of that ball. They are press resistant and they can really go on and really do that possession that they deserve, especially when the press is going on. So United is playing a high press in the third game around, and the manager said that I was testing my boys to see whether they can go ahead and really get me those minutes, and they've played 65 minutes of intense pressing and never saw any sign on any of the players that he was tired. They are not tired. They looked like they are enjoying, and they really showed it up to the expectation there for you. Good to see Rashford score again in his second game of the season, of the preseason. He has scored his second goal, but again and again and again in the first half, there is a shot he really took while at the 18 yards box area, on the edge of the 18 yards box area, that was unnecessary. Again, I really noted that and said, Rashford, you're not supposed to be doing that. That aimless shooting should end at United. We don't want such things. We don't want them. That's why when I saw Fred in the game of Melbourne making 2 shots that were uncalled for, I said those are things that Erik ten Hag is going to sit him down and tell him, please, this is not how we're supposed to be playing. This is not United how we play. You are a central midfielder. You are supposed to be passing that game and giving us momentum. You get? But if at all you reach in the area, we are supposed to pass that ball either wide or centrally, and you go for a shot, what is your aim? You get? That's what I'm telling you to do. And Rashford is going to be blamed for that. He's going to be blamed for that. But good enough, he only did that once. And then he had really created, he crossed into a ball. He crossed a ball into the 18 yards box area of Crystal Palace that Anton Martial didn't meet enough. I think the reason that's why he never met it was because it was deflected by the goalkeeper. And I think the goalkeeper felt like he was going to put his hand into that ball. Then he never, and then it went into a goal kick. But Rashford went ahead to score a goal, very much built up. It was a team goal in there for you. Martial getting that ball, Sancho playing him in. Martial bursts into space. As he bursts into space, guess what happened? He feeds into Danny Van Beek. Danny Van Beek squares it to find an empty net, and it was Rashford banging into that in there for you. So guys, thank you very much for watching in. I'm having Ebo Joram saying who is your man of the match. According to you, my man of the match is Anton Martial. My man of the match is Anton Martial. I don't know who your man of the match is. Feel free to go into your comment section and tell me who your man of the match is. But my man of the match is Anton Martial in there for you. And secondly, this time round, we've seen both flanks working. At least, not at the same level as the right wing, but at least Rashford coming in through to play this side. At least we saw some good activity happening on the left side of that midfield. You get? But obviously the right side has really picked up a lot. Diego Delo and Sancho are really a revelation. They are really playing very well, and Sancho is enjoying this game. It 100% shows you that Sancho is meant for this system. Sancho is meant for this system. And look at Anton Martial. He's enjoying the game of play. His energy levels are really so high. He's so much angry to go in and score goals. And one thing I really like about him is that he's not selfish. He's not selfish. You get? That second goal, if it was Rashford, I dare you that Rashford would go ahead to pass that ball to Danny Van Beek. No way. He was going in for a shot. You get? But in Anton Martial, you get a player who has a lot of calmness and composure in front of goal. That's why he passed into Danny Van Beek, and Danny Van Beek really did the and passed that ball to Rashford, and Rashford scored in the for you. So I really believe that Rashford should go ahead and really copy a leaf from what his fellow players are doing, that being selfish is bad, and if at all you want to go on and really be a good player, you don't need to score goals, by the way. Today, even if Anton Martial never scored any goal, his contribution was failed. I think you guys felt the contribution of Anton Martial in that even if he wouldn't have scored a goal, you would have come in here and really thrown lots of hells to him in there for you. So tell me who your man of the match is. Who your man of the match is in the comment section. And we are close to 100 people and watching in, and only 11 likes on this video. Smash the like button, guys. Smash it in there for you, because we are going into another heated up point either for you that we are really going to dissect either for you of how the stats of the game were in this game of football as United went ahead to beat a side which goes by names of Crystal Palace by 3-1 in there for you. Now, United had 14 shots and Crystal Palace had 13. Very close in there for you. Then United had 7 shots on target. Crystal Palace had 5. So it shows you that we let them so much onto our goal area. But most of these shots increased because before we really substituted very many other players, the first team players, they had 2 shots. But when they brought in the second string side, they got more 3 in there for you. But all this is going to be read by Erik ten Hag that how come they had 5 shots on target in there for you. That's unacceptable. We shouldn't allow them to be having 5 shots on target. Possession 64% to 36. Not bad. If I told you had really left on our second string side, we would have really had close to 75% of possession in the for you. Then we had close to 519 passes completed. They had 287 passes completed. Not bad. Remember last game in the game of Melbourne, we had close to 900 passes. But this time round, we are short by 400 passes. It shows you that we never really did that distribution kind of game very well. At least in a game like this, however much Crystal Palace is so much better than Melbourne, at least we would have made like 700 passes. 700 passes would have been better. But I know what really caused all that. It was because Scott McTominay was in the midfield in the first half. But if I told you had Danny Van Beek and Freddie, we would have really gotten a lot of control of the game of football, especially in the first half. So when he came in through, we really played on very well, and he only played for Donny Van Beek only played for how many minutes? 20 minutes on the field of play, and then they took off the first string side, then brought on the second string side, you get? So I think that affected our passing for you, but it shows you that we are getting the really shape of the team. And I really believe in the game of Aston Villa, some players like Scott McTominay, their starting is really going to be questionable. Maybe Danny Van Beek will start with Freddie in that Darwin Hill pivot, and close to 65 minutes will be offered to Danny Van Beek for the very first time in a United shirt to play with a first string side in there for you. Passing accuracy 87%, Manchester United 77%, Crystal Palace. Then fouls 9 for United, 12 for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, we are so much angry at United. And Ayew Jordan, you see, the way he really came out to really foul Bruno Fernandes, and then Mateta landed onto Danny Van Beek after passing that ball. It looked like they were frustrated and they wanted to go in for a physical game, but United never allowed them because they know that if at all someone is using the energy, just use that ball to pass it, and United really beat them via the tactic. 0 yellow cards for United, 2 yellow cards for Crystal Palace. Then 1 red card for United. Obviously, it has gone for the young one Fish from the academy, who really went for a really deserved foul after he really gone ahead to really have a heavy touch. And that player of Crystal Palace was going to face David De Gea to have a one-on-one in the for you, which would have made this game harder. Because if at all, even if we were 11 men on the field of play and that game had really gone to 3-2, it would have made something different altogether. They would have really raised their energy to see that at least get another goal to make it 3. You get? Yet we had really taken off most of our players in the for you. But obviously, United was really a better side. That's it. 5 corners by United, 6 by Crystal Palace in the for you. So according to how things are really went on the field of play, I really believe that United really did its best. And I like the way we are really trying to go on and start to build into this tiki-taka kind of football of a man who goes by the names of Ten Hag. You know, it's hard to adapt to such a system because these players have not been playing like this for so long. They had Mourinho in 2016. They had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer until 2022. Those are 6 years of having no manager who has a philosophy like that of Erik ten Hag. So instilling it in them is hard. That's why you see, it's only Sancho. You get, when you look at Sancho, he's so much fitting into the system because he was at Borussia Dortmund, and this is the kind of football they're playing. Anton Martial is talented. When you want him to really hold up that ball to really involve others, to do the involvation play, that will happen for him. He can do anything for you want when he's leading the line. He can really face the defenders and take that ball to them. He can really hold up that ball. He can play with his back. at goal. So he's really that player that you need to have in the team, and the system is really so much fitting him like a glove. And I really believe that he was one of the people that deserve to be hailed in there for you. Now, but the negatives, first and foremost, there is something I want to show you. Harry Maguire was booed. Harry Maguire was booed by United fans. That's it. Let me bring you the tweet of James Docker. Docker. James Docker, where are you? Because this is a Manchester United correspondent. He was at the field of play in the arena. And guess what happened to Harry Maguire? Harry Maguire was booed, guys. Harry Maguire was booed. You get? It's being reported by the Manchester United correspondent in there for you. Harry Maguire was booed. He was booed. Guys, Harry Maguire was booed. And it shows something different altogether, that the fans really have a different feel of Harry Maguire altogether. After Erik ten Hag came out and really praised him that he's a first starter, he's a captain, he has really achieved a lot of things in the game of football, fans in Melbourne, this is what they did to Harry Maguire, guys. Maguire being loudly booed every time he touches the ball. Booed when his name read out as a team announced, and he's been booed on 4 separate occasions in the first 5 minutes of the game. You get? The fans really have a different reputation and thought on Harry Maguire. They don't really feel like he's their captain. But I want to tell these fans who are booing Harry Maguire, I also don't like Harry Maguire. If I'm the manager of Manchester United, to tell me to pick who is the starter into that lineup of United, I don't really put Maguire there. I rather put Eric Bay and Lindelof because Rafael Varane was really injured. But if at all Rafael Varane is fit, I play Rafael Varane and Martinez, Lisandro. You get? But I really believe that Maguire knows what he's going through, and he needs to come in here and do anything in there for you. You get? So Harry Maguire was really bored. You get? Because they really believe that he's not supposed to be their captain. And I think with time, as time goes on, Erik ten Hag will get to know that Harry Maguire is a calamity and is risking his job. And let's allow him to give him a second chance. But one thing I trust about Erik ten Hag, that he's not like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. However much Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was told that man is going to cost you your job, he never really took him off that team, off that pitch. And when did it start? Harry Maguire trained just one day, returning from injury, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer dropped him into the game of play when we were playing Leicester City. And all of the 4 goals we conceded against Leicester City, 3 of them were courtesy of Harry Maguire. That was the first game. Went to the game of Liverpool, we are beaten 5. Harry Maguire was the reason that we are beaten. You get? And everyone was telling Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that, please, don't trust that man in your team. Just take him out. He said, no way, I'm trusting him in my team. Now, the game of Watford, Harry Maguire gifted goals, and then he was responsible for that red card, and then we were beaten 4-1, and guess what happened? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked. Solskjaer was sacked because of trusting Harry Maguire. He was sacked. So, one thing I know about Erik ten Hag is not like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that is going to really rely so much on favoritism to choose the team. I think we'll put in every player on merit. And one thing that I really believe that he's benchmarking Harry Maguire to be a starter in his team is that Harry Maguire is not an injury-prone player, yet Rafael Varane won't give you a full season. Even right now, he's injured. He never played the game of Melbourne. He has not played the game of Crystal Palace. And we don't know whether he's going to come in to play a game of football on Saturday when we're playing Aston Villa, our last game in Melbourne. So I think that's the yardstick he's using, because even when you look at Eric Bay, you can't trust him too. Eric Bay is also an injury-prone player. You can't trust him with your team. So I will believe that he is basing so much. He's putting Harry Maguire, his trust in Harry Maguire, because he believes that Maguire can really take you a season and play you close to 90% of your games when he's really fully fit, and Victor Lindelof. So let's wait and see how Lisandro Martinez is going to come in through and play for United in there for you. But Maguire has been booed, guys. That's a story coming in from Melbourne. James Docker, who is reporting this story, is the North football correspondent, and Daily Sunday for Manchester United. So he was at the field of play and he tweeted this tweet when the game had just started. Harry Maguire was booed, guys. He was booed and they really told him, please, you don't deserve to be our captain either for you. So fans are really having a different agenda and thoughts about Harry Maguire altogether than the manager of United in there for you. Smash the like button, guys. We are having 126 people watching in and only 22 people have liked this video. Like the video, guys. Show me some love as you like this video in there for you. Now, I would like to attend to your questions. Joram asked me who my man of the match was. I told him Anton Martial. And guys, after this live, we are coming back with the player ratings. And this is going to be so much calling for your involvements in there for you, because I'm going to be giving my suggestions and views, and you guys are really going to be going on to do the same to my side. Then I'm having Ibrahim Musa, Sup bro, I'm on, but still tell me about Mason Greenwood. Greenwood still on bail. We are waiting to see what the team is really going to come in, the court is going to come in through and really give the jury or all their judgment in there for you very soon. But I know, let's wait and see what's happening to him. So Ibrahim Musa, Team Manchester United, thank you for watching it. Smash the like button, guys. Then Ebo Joram, I'm really confident that Eric Ten Hag is going to groom the three forwards, Sancho, Martial, into a thunderous duty. Yeah, that's it. They're really going to be so thunderous, and I really believe that they're going to give us results. But we need more players, especially onto that right wing. Amada's coming through. He's really looking sharp, but I don't know whether Eric Ten Hag will trust him at United. But the good thing is that we are in for Anthony, and I know we bring in Anthony in there at United in there for you. But secondly, one of the things we should call for at United is the central defensive midfielder. Before even we think about De Jong, sorry about that, a CDM is needed at Manchester United immediately without further ado. We need a CDM, guys. We need a CDM, guys, because I don't trust Freddy Rodriguez to protect that back four. No way. You get? We need a CDM to come in to play with either Eriksson or Freddy or Danny Van Beek in that pivot. You get? Before even De Jong comes in here, we need a CDM, because De Jong looks like he's going to take so much long to join United. You get? So we need a CDM to come in fast. And Eric Ten Hag talked about it last I think yesterday when he was having an interview with Sky Sports. He talked to very many media teams either for you, and he said that United need a holding midfielder to give us total control of that game. If in that game we had a Yefis Besuma or a Ruben Neves or a Tielemans or a Paredes or a Sangare, we would have gotten total control of it, because you know that the CDM gives shield to the back four, and he really gives you control and dedicates the game where he wants it to go in there for you. So I will believe that Crystal Palace would have had a more quieter game if at all really had a CDM on the field of play. That's what I really think in here onto this channel. Smash the like button, guys. 130 people watching in and only 27 likes. Let's smash the like button to 100 likes, guys. Let's smash it to 100 either for you. I'm having big up for United. All right, that is Barakalaki. Thank you for watching in. Tumwesigo Freddy says, well done, lads. All right, but there are things we need to rectify, guys. Don't come on to be so much excited. I beg you, ring fence your excitement, because this is really just the beginning, and lots of teams you're going to face. The real test for me is going to be Aston Villa, because Aston Villa is having most of its players. You get? We never saw in a team like Crystal Palace. We never saw Zaha. There is no Gallagher. Their midfield was a little bit, but according to the team that we played, Melbourne, this was at least a step up. This was a more stronger side than Melbourne. So I really believe that we can really go ahead and really be of some confidence that we can really go ahead and really take it to Villa, and we can really give Villa a very hard game in the field, because Villa is really having a very strong midfield. They're having Eduardo. No, they're having, who is that guy? That guy that they got on a fruit from Marseille, whom was being given to United, and the United said no to him. There is that midfielder. They're having Douglas Luiz. They're having McGinn. So their midfield is so much strong. They're having players like Coutinho. So we are going to face that team, and I think that's going to be the real test when you're playing Aston Villa. Now I'm having To Moise Emmanuel, I really hope we bring this incredible performance in the forthcoming Premier season. We must put up a good challenge in the affair. Yeah, you're right, but to bring it, we need the CDM. We need in the midfield to give us control of the game. You get? We need a reference in the midfield. Games are won and lost in the midfield. You get? So we need a player who is playing as a CDM. Even if De Jong comes in through, we need a player to act as a CDM into that team of United. Our back four needs to be covered very well. That's it. Then player one says, well, can't say it isn't deserved. All right. Then DJ Poison from Liberia. The first team is better, and I think is the future team. Yeah, that's it. But it also needs reinforcements in certain positions in the OU. That CDM position is really make me run mad. I will believe that. We'll go on and beat teams like Brighton, but can we boast the midfield of teams like Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea with that midfield of ours? Don't really judge United on playing teams like Crystal Palace. Not really. Even when we're playing Aston Villa, don't judge us on playing teams like Aston Villa. No way. For me, I really want to see that midfield facing Liverpool in the third game of the Premier League season. That's where I'm seeing Manchester United, because I know they're coming to Old Trafford. Last season, they beat us by how many goals? 5. We need to revenge to Liverpool too, but can that midfield really hold or take a game to Liverpool? You get? That's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm craving for and crying out for a central defensive midfield fast. We need a CDM fast to really give that back for a very good cover and then be a reference into that midfield area when it's so much good on the ball, and we will see everything going on as planned. Then we'll be able to go foot to foot, all neck to neck with Liverpool or Man City. That's what I'm looking at in there for you. But obviously, we are really doing a great job, and Ten Hag is really doing a great job in there for you. Then DJ Poison. Then there is Simon is saying, tell me about De Jong joining the team. Things of De Jong are complicated, but the manager is saying everything is going to happen on well and De Jong will come at Manchester United. And the manager told us that even if it takes De Jong to sign with United on the deadline day, for him is okay. We'll wait for him until he comes in through, because he looks at him as the most realistic player to come in that midfield and really revolutionize it into the midfield he wants to be. Then I'm having Omeza. He says, I can just imagine how the front line will be with Anthony, Sancho, Rashford and Martial. It will be deadly attacking front line. Go United. Yeah, it will be deadly, but we need to reinforce the midfield, especially the CDM area. To me, I will believe that right now, the only position you are weak in is the midfield, especially the CDM. You get? The CDM is really calling at United, but the front is okay. The front is okay. To me, that's why I tell people that, to me, if you tell me that who should be the last sign we should make at Manchester United, it should be Anthony. Anthony should come in last. Who should come in first? A CDM, bring in De Jong, and then bring in Anthony. That's what I really believe. That's what I really think about United there for you. That De Jong, a CDM, should come first, then Anthony should come last. So I will believe that that attack of ours is deadly and will go on and really get things going in there for you. Then I'm having Alfred Kate. He's saying, this is good news, just that let it also be on title contender and challenge for the titles and silverware. Guys, don't run into meltdown because United is really performing like this in the preseason. Preseason just gives you the shape of your team and how you expect your team to play. But the results that really come in from the preseason don't matter anymore when it comes to the Premier League season. Premier League is different, guys. That pressure is on different levels and the players will be 100% fit. You see, these other 3 weeks we're left with for the league to start. Teams are really working hard. They're really finding fitness. You get? So the best test we are going to get are the 2 games we're going to play against Atletico Madrid on the 30th of July and Rayo Vallecano on the 31st of July. Those teams are really going to give us the really test of what United is going to be in there for you, especially as we prepare for the team which goes by Brighton at Old Trafford on the 7th of August. So ring fence your excitement to be in the title race. United can be in the title race. If at all we get in a CDM, we bring in De Jong and we get in Anthony, we can be in the title race, guys, because when you add in those other 3 players to Ericsson, Malacia, and Lisandro Martinez, obviously you are like sending message to Man City and Liverpool that, please, I'm coming for the title, because those are title winning signings. You get? So We needed some still. We are missing some still in the midfield. I call for it, and when it comes, everything is going to be okay. Smash the like button, guys. 100 people watching in and only 30 likes, guys. It's a shaming. Smash the like button. Let's smash it to 100, guys. Smash the like button to 100 in there for you. I'm having Omezia, and also you're doing a great job. All right, thank you for really thumbing me up. Thank you. Also doing a great job for watching me, guys, because if it were not you here, who would I have been talking to? You get? Thank you for being in here for you. Ibrahim Musa, we need Ibrahim Sangare at United. Yeah, even if it's not Ibrahim Sangare, but there are very many other central defense midfielders that can come in at United and get that job done. You get? That can give us a better cover. Because, okay, let's say that Fred is going to be the one that we are really hinging our season on. You get? What if he gets injured? What if he gets injured? Who will play that position? Scott McTominay? I doubt. So I think we need a CDM in there for you, even if it's not Sangare, but someone who can really get that job done, who is better than Scott McTominay and Freddie. I think we need someone who is better than those in there for you. But Sangare is a good option, but let's wait and see how it's really going to go on and happen in there for you. Naiga Alizik says, issues of De Jong, I'm tired of that topic. Let them get someone else. Obviously, to me, I think De Jong is not, even if he comes in later, but let's first address the issue of the CDM, because even Frankie De Jong is not a CDM. He's not a CDM. We need a player who is going to get that ball from the back four and really give it shield. That's the player we need in the names of either Paredes, Sangare, Ruben Neves, or Telemans. And there is even Benanka from AC Milan. He's been linked to Manchester United. So if at all we can get in a player like that, there is even Arthur Melo at Juventus. If we can get in a player like that, then we can enter into the season with our hopes high, because we know that obviously our midfield can match that of Man City in the for you. Because going forward, Danny Van Beek, Bruno Fernandes, Eriksson, they match the midfielders of Man City going forward. But defensively, do you have a player who is at that level of Pedri or Calvin Phillips? No. We don't have a player who is at the level of Fabinho. So that's what we should be eyeing for and going for in here onto the United Matters channel. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash it. Smash it like never before in there for you, because United really wants to go on and do what we need in there for you. Then I'm having Joel Paul Ojangole says, hey Papa, thanks for the updates. I'm just inquiring, do you think we have those academy buddies who can be on our CDM? All right, I cannot rule out any, but the manager himself told us that if at all they really prove to him that they can go in and play very well in the first team, he will give them the chance. So let's wait and see. But I will believe that I don't want to rely my season onto the academy players. No way. The only player that I can come in and say, all right, let's give him a trial, a chance, is James Garner. But worryably, James Garner has just returned on the field of play. He got an injury in Bangkok on their first day of training, and he started training yesterday on the field of play. So let's wait and see whether he'll come in the game of Aston Villa to get us some control in the midfield in the field, because I believe that he can impress the manager, and James Garner can go ahead and really be one of those midfielders in the field. But Zidane, Iqbal, and Savage, they are really great, but I don't see them really getting a nod into the starting 11 of Manchester United. That's it. I don't see them really making it. I know if at all they stay, they'll play some games of UEFA Europa League in there for you, but even that, I'm doubtful about it, because a manager like Erik ten Hag would like to win a trophy for Manchester United in his first season, because we last won a trophy under Jose Mourinho. You know that very well. It was the UEFA Europa League. Those are how many years ago? Close to 5 years ago, 6. So I believe they are good and talented, but to me, if at all I'm Erik ten Hag, I'd rather learn them out. But if at all they impress him, he told us that he's really going to go on and really give them the playing time and the benefit of doubt to come in and play. Then I'm having Ademola, please, when is the next match? The next match is on Saturday. We are playing Aston Villa. That's it. And it's our last game in Australia. Then United will fly back to Manchester and prepare for the game of Aston Villa. That's going to be in Norway, Oslo. And then prepare also for the game of Roy Volcano. That's going to be at Old Trafford in there for you. Then to message is saying, according to you, is there hopes of adding in a good CDM in the summer? Yeah, the manager hinted about it yesterday that he really needs a very good holding midfielder to really thump up that midfield. He said about it, and I know they're working on it. And if I told me Area Rock and David can really see it, what of Eric Ten Hag, who is a manager who really knows the use of a central defensive midfielder in there for you? Maybe he will sometimes use a player like Lisandro Martinez, especially in those big games. Like when you're playing Liverpool, and you know that the midfield of theirs is stronger than ours, you push Lisandro Martinez to the midfield to play as a CDM. Then you play him alongside a player like Eriksson or Danny Van Beek. Then you let the defense have Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane in for you. I think he might be having a plan like that, but I will believe that it's better to get in the CDM, because in the games of Man City and Liverpool, I think would be so much wanting Lisandro Martinez to play to the central defense. You get, especially that side where Mohamed Salah really tries to exploit a lot. You need a player like Lisandro Martinez to be on that side to see to it that he really goes in and blocks and stop people like Mohamed Salah from encroaching to the 18 box area of United either for you. Then I'm having Ademola says about CDM, Martinez is also good in that area. Yeah, he's good in that area. Yes, you're right. What you're saying is okay, but let's wait and see what the manager has in his plans, because right now he has not yet feeded Eriksson and Martinez in his team. So we are going to see where he's going to play them in there. But I'm sure that Martinez is going to play as a left. He's going to play in the central defense, on the left side of the central defense. That's it. I'm sure about it. Then I'm having Pepsi Dog says, okay, thank you for watching in. Then Adikari says, thought about Immobile. Yeah, that striker in the field from Italy. Yeah, you're right. He's good. But I don't know whether he's a kind that Ten Hag really will go in for. Ibrahim Musa, United message to Arsenal. Wow. You guys, Arsenal has dropped in form, and they've really spent how many years without winning a trophy, and they spent how many years without playing Champions League. So since 2016, Arsenal has not been playing the Champions League. So I think it's not like a banter, but I don't welcome a conversation of United and us in the same statement. I don't welcome it. Let them first work hard to see if they really get us. They really at least show us that they're really getting to where we are in there for you. But they have good signings there for you, but let's not really put them in a conversation with United, because we're on a different level altogether. Then I'm having Pepsi Dong. Remember M6 comment? You skipped it. Who M6? M6 comment. Who is M6? I'm not seeing M6. I'm not seeing an M6 comment in here for you guys. Show me that comment you're talking about. But I'm not seeing it in here for you, that I skipped it. Then you skipped it. I said, do you want Ronaldo out? Oh, do you want Ronaldo out? Obviously, if Ronaldo wants to get out of United, let him leave. And secondly, he called our club an aimless club. So why does he have to return to a club that is aimless or ambitionless? So I believe that let him go to where he wants in the for you, because he's not going to be respected by the players that are told in the dressing room. Reason being, because when you call United a club that is ambitionless, that means that even the players that play at United are ambitionless. It's not like when you attack the club and you say that it's lacking ambition, that means even the players that play for that club are lacking ambitions, because what makes United are the players. That's it. So it was like Ronaldo attacked his fellow players, and I think they won't respect him anymore, and he knows that he can't return at Manchester United either for you. Then to message Emmanuel, in my opinion, if we can bring in Tielemans as our CDM, the fact that he has been playing in the Premier League, he can give a good cover to our defense. You're right, but Tielemans is saying he wants to go to Arsenal. The only way he will accept any other move in there for you is when Arsenal says we are not in for you. You get? So let's wait and see how that works out. But Tielemans is really a very good player in there for you. Smash the like button, guys. I'm having Emmanuel of For You who says, according to me, let United first use Martinez because we have enough defense. but we don't have a defender like him, guys. The day you see him play, you'll get to know that he's really one of the kind, and he's the beast into that central defense that needs to be in there for you. And whoever is going to play with him is going to enjoy, because he's really a better central defender than most of those that you have. And even going forward is better. You see what Malacia has done today? That's what this guy is going to do in the central midfield, in the central defense. He'll get that ball, carry it, and really pass it through the central axis, and then he can even do that long ball to drop off the back four, and then the strikers can go ahead and really score goals in that for you. And he links well with the right back of United. I know he's going to link well with Dalot, because he did it with Mazrui at Ajax. He links with him very well, and he really had 5 assists into his game, and moreover a centre back. You see, I think it's better for him to play into that role very well. Then I meant mine. All right, I've read it and given you my decision on Ronaldo in there for you. Then you've told me that they were ambitionless. That's a fact until Ten Hag came in through. Now, if Ten Hag came in through and they're now ambitious, why is he leaving? The fact is, Ronaldo is trying to use that United is ambitionless as an escape route from United. The fact is, he doesn't want to play UEFA Europa League football. He wants to go in and play in the Champions League. That's it. So, Ronaldo calling us ambitionless, yet Ten Hag came in here and he talked to him and told him he was going to be here. Then he's turning heel at United. Some bit of being a Judas Iscariot into the club. You get? Let him tell us the reason as why he's leaving. For me, I have no problem with Ronaldo leaving United. You get? Because everyone comes to a club when he has his own ambitions and goals. Let him tell us that, please. You are not in the Champions League. I want to be playing in the Champions League, guys. You get? So I think that's what Ronaldo should come in here and tell us. Then I'm having Jean Paul. Hey, Papa, do you think Man U should keep Ronaldo, or we should let him go, because I see him losing morale for the team, and I see him going forward causing confusion for the other players? I think he should leave. He should leave. Let's not even go ahead and really plead for him. That's why United is looking in for centre forward, because they know it that Ronaldo is leaving. They know it very well. That Ronaldo has told him, I don't want to be playing football here anymore. They were ambitionless, all right. CDM is Rice, very expensive. I cannot buy £100 million Declan Rice. I can't. Do you know how many CDMs are better than Declan Rice that you can get at 30-40 million pounds? Tielemans is better than Declan Rice. Ruben Neves is better than Declan Rice. Declan Rice is just so much hyped in there for you. He's so much hyped. So I cannot really have him at my team at £100 million. Why? And Ten Hag hinted about it. They asked him, why do you get many of your players in Holland? He told them that English players are expensive. And it's all about quality, meaning that their quality is so much small. You get? It's limited. They have limited quality and so much expensive. So why should I go in for 100 million and buy in Rice? No way. I either get in Anthony at 60 million pounds and then get 40 million pounds and get in a CDM that I can get that job done. Sangare is at 30 million pounds. Sangare can come in and do a job better than Declan Rice. That's it. And second, when you have very many English players in your team, a lot of pressure really emerges on the coach. Something I don't really like Eric Ten Hag to go really and really face. So I think it's better not to bring in Declan Rice. He's very expensive. And we brought in very many expensive players at United and they flopped. Pogba expensive flopped. Harry Maguire is struggling. You get? Why should we go in and really get in more expensive players? Let's change the plan. Let's go the Ragnick way. That's it. Ronaldo is still 37 and the GOAT. Yeah, he's 37. He's good. He's a good player. No way, he's a good player. But I know he is not really wanting to just Manchester United, and I don't need him. I respect Ronaldo more than Messi. Ronaldo wants to play in the Champions League, while Messi can't score a goal in the League One. I don't want to go into that battle, guys. But guys, smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do uploading on a daily for you. Pepsi Dog is really in here bringing in Ronaldo versus Messi, something I don't want to go into, but no, he's more than good. He's the GOAT. To me, Messi and Ronaldo have done us great in this footballing generation. There's never been no race in this football generation that has gone for close to 15 or 16 years. It started way back in 2018, in 2008, when Ronaldo was at Manchester United. Now, that battle is really gone until now. So, I respect both players. They are both good, and they've really done a lot to their game of football in the for you. When you have to analyze them personally and their attributes, then you'll really see that one is so much higher than the other. So I don't want to go into that. You get? But arguably, Messi and Ronaldo are the best footballers in the world. That's it. That's it. Thank you guys for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later. And I say good evening. I'm returning back with the player ratings. Coach yourself and get ready to tell me who your man of the match was. And I'm coming back with a reaction of Erik ten Hag to this game of United, where we've beaten Crystal Palace by 3-1 in there for you. My name's Arokan David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Remember, it's an action-packed day, and I'm having some transfer news in there for you. Danny Van Beek linked to AC Milan, De Jong update, Ronaldo, there is Klaus. Very many big stories are really coming in through to this channel. That should really give you a chance to come in here and really tell me what you think about this game of football as United in there for you. We are coming back. Prepare your man of the match. You get? I've already told you mine, and I'm going to come back and really see who your man of the match is. I'm out. Good evening, good afternoon,